Framed Innocence, a true crime memoir by Frank Lordi. It was 1996. I was living the American dream. Little did I know it was about to turn into the American nightmare. To be sure, God had blessed me with a wonderful family and a successful business. My decision to seek public office in 1992 and a second term in 1996 met with great success. I was serving as one of 3 local county-wide commissioners in Youngstown, Ohio. During that time, the officials serving alongside me were committed to taking on the corruption and criminal activity involved within the political machine in Mahoning County, Ohio. My colleagues and I, along with many good people dedicated to truth and honesty in government, were successful in removing these corrupt office holders and now looked forward to a new day in the life of a government dedicated to serving its constituents. However, there would be a price to pay, in currency printed with the blood of revenge, all powered by a politically motivated doomsday machine, created and orchestrated by these defeated and corrupt enemies of the people, that was turned loose upon those that spoke truth to power. This revenge machine would challenge my very existence and my beliefs in the criminal justice system in this country. Let me take you behind the scenes as you witness this battle of good versus evil, so it may serve as a warning to Americans everywhere that our democracy and government must never be taken for granted, and that we, the people, must be eternally vigilant lest we lose the most cherished prize of this country, freedom. 911. I recall driving along a state highway one day on my way to the county courthouse to perform my duties as an elected Mahoning County Commissioner. I remember on that afternoon I received a 911 page. I pulled off the side of the road and called my secretary. She told me that 2 gentlemen were requesting to see me. One of the 2 men took the phone and spoke to me. "Mr. Lordi, we want you to come down to your office and speak with us, in confidence and off the record. We want you to tell us your side of the story and to cooperate with us in this investigation." This was not a good sign. As I entered the office, 2 men in suits were inside. They flashed their badges, FBI. These agents greeted me in a proper manner. However, within minutes, they proceeded to play good cop, bad cop. I should have called a lawyer at that point, but I had nothing to hide. What could possibly go wrong? I had faith in our criminal justice system and believed that as long as you told the truth, you would be just fine. I decided to speak with them alone in a truthful manner and get back to the work of the people. But soon it became clear they were on a mission, one that would attract statewide publicity and promotions, possibly for some of their task force members, all as a result of a high-profile trial with my incarceration being the top prize. It would become a high-stakes game for power and personal freedom. It would involve lies, half-truths, concealment of critical evidence and deception. They wanted me to help them in their quest for glory. They wanted something they thought I could deliver: false testimony leading to the imprisonment of their political targets. Should I cooperate and save my own skin at the price of my soul, or tell them that the interview was over, asking them to leave my premises? I am Frank Lordi, and this is my story. A true crime story about my having been the target and the victim of a malicious prosecution and the suffering that I endured as a result of being wrongfully convicted of a crime that I didn't commit. This is Framed Innocence.
The media never asked the $64,000 question, and that is, why are you forming a Mahoning County Fraud Task Force to clean up public corruption now when you're going out of office? Well, it's because they had an ulterior motive. It was to get back at those that were responsible for their demise. 14 to 16 counties with 3 township trustees and elected clerks, so you got probably maybe 75 or so elected officials. And then you have the 4 cities with the 7 councilmen, president of council, mayor. So let's say we have over 100 people that could be looked at for possible corruption. And of course they only zeroed in on 4. Well, I wonder why. Could it be that the four played a large role in them losing their jobs? Absolutely. They were putting a lot of pressure on a lot of people and a lot of government, specifically at the courthouse and city hall for documents. A lot of time and a lot of money expended. I'm down here on my own without a lawyer. I'm giving you this information freely. And he says, well, we know you know some of the individuals that we're investigating, and we would like you to. And as soon as he said that, I knew where he was going. So that kind of really upset me. So I pushed myself away from the desk, and I got up and I went over to him and I said, fellas, this interview is over.